What's up, everyone? It's your boy Kwame with Let's Talk Movies. And today, guys, I'm bringing you guys a season breakdown of Netflix's Sweet Tooth. Yesterday, Netflix released the season 3, which is also going to be the final season of Sweet Tooth. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, I really did enjoy the series. The series was really good. The series was really fantastic. But I'm just also having some kind of I don't know, there are some things that for me personally, I don't agree with, especially the way that the season ended, right? On one end, I kind of also agree with Mrs. Zhang, right? Because the whole thing, I don't know, I feel like there should be another part to it. There should be another way that they could have maybe ended it in terms of the path that the characters chose to go with, right? Because the whole season ended where it was like, okay, at the end of the day, the hybrids are gonna stay. Nature chose to save the hybrids, and then humans are going to die. And for me, that doesn't really sit right with me. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't really sit right with me because I feel like maybe they could have also found another solution to this whole thing instead of just accepting that, well, this is how nature wants everything to be. And I totally get it. I get the whole story. I get the whole message that it was trying to teach humans. But I also feel like humans didn't need to come to the end of our race, right? Sometimes I feel like maybe a lesson can be taught and then we can, pretty much learn from it and move on. But I feel like the way that the season ended, the way that the whole thing went by, it was not more like a lesson that was being taught, but rather it was a punishment that was happening. And then I don't think that is fair. That was fair to the human race. The way that everything went by, I don't think that was fair. That is fair to human race, right? Because Mrs. Zhang, she's like, oh, she's gonna cut down the tree, use the blood of the earth to get rid of the hybrids. And on that one is to the extreme. I understand that is to the very extreme where it's like she trying to get rid of the hybrids. I feel like that is so wrong and that does not need to happen. So if getting rid of the hybrids is wrong, then why is it that humans too are gonna the human race is going to end? That one is right. You get where I'm coming from, guys? Because if they were fighting Mrs. Zhang so that she can't get rid of the hybrids, then why is it okay for the human race to be getting rid of? Personally, I feel like maybe, like right now when we look at it, there are a lot of hybrids in the world, right? They've had I think the hybrids that they've been around for 12 years now. There have been so many kids that are hybrids. And then there are also so many humans that are going on. So they could have found a way for both of them to, stay together where we didn't have to get rid of the other, right? I personally feel like maybe they could have tried to find a solution to maybe avoid humans from giving birth to hybrids, but at the same time, the hybrid line was not going to end. Because look, right now it's been 12 years. There have been a lot of babies that are hybrids. So that means when those babies when those hybrid children, right, the hybrid race, when they start having babies, there's no way that the hybrid line is going to end. If they are just going to continue to reproduce and then they are just going to continue to keep going. So it's the same way that I feel like that same thing too should have been done to humans, where maybe humans too could have found a way to end giving birth to hybrid children. But that doesn't mean the hybrid line was going to end, because hybrid kids the hybrid people would have children with themselves, and then they kind of start having babies. I feel like there could have been a way for both races to cohabitate together. And then we didn't need to have to get rid of the human race. And that doesn't really sit right with me, right? I personally feel like humans, because right now the way that things ended, the way that things went by, it looks like moving forward, when humans have babies, all the babies are going to be hybrids. And then as it keeps going, because we are not going to have human babies, the human race is going to end. And then for maybe within 50 to maybe 70 years, maybe in 100 years time, we are going to have only hybrids living on Earth. And that is not right, because humans too, maybe not every human wants to have a hybrid baby, right? And then the human line could have also continued, whereby humans were going to have human babies, and then hybrids were going to have hybrid babies. And I know some of you guys are probably going to say that maybe when the humans starts having human babies and hybrids starts having hybrid babies, there's probably going to be a time where maybe both races are going to clash, and maybe both races are going to start discriminating against each other, which makes sense, right? Which probably I can see it happening, because I mean, right now in reality, it is still happening, where there's racism and then there's like minority and all that. I get all that. But I also don't think, especially in this case, one race needs to end in order for the other to be able to survive. I feel like there is a way that both races could have found a way to live together where the human race didn't have to end. It doesn't make sense to me that they have to accept it that the human race are going to end, right? And this is not to attack the writers or anything, but it's just that the reality of the story, right? For me, it doesn't sit right with me. And if I was in that world, in some way, I kind of agree with Mrs. Zhang, not to the point of she wants to get rid of the hybrid race. She wants to still continue with the human race. And that's what I personally agree with it. And I feel like the humans could have found a way to still keep the human race alive. And then they didn't have to just accept it and then be like, okay, well, this is nature accepting its cause, and then we have to accept it like that, and then just let all humans probably, end within 100 years' time. I personally feel like they could have found a way where humans would have stopped having hybrid babies, right? And the humans would have started having human babies. And then once the hybrids, they grow up and then they start having relationships and they start getting married to each other, those hybrids will start having hybrid babies. So that both races could have learned to cohabitate and be able to stay together and share the earth together. Because right now, I don't know, it felt more like a punishment to the human race than a lesson. That's how I personally feel about it, because it feels like humans were being punished so that to be able to teach the hybrids a lesson. And that was not right. So the humans are being punished by having the extinction of the human race. And that is not right. That is not right, because it's not like God said, it's not every human that is bad. It's not every human that is greedy. It's not every human that, that is not kind to other people. There are some humans that are good. There are some humans that have compassion, that have kindness. So why do we have to get rid of that? And I don't think they needed to get rid of that. The human race could still continue. Because it's not every human that is bad. It is not every human that, comes with baggage and everything. Yes, so what makes you think that even all the hybrids are good? Right? And I think Mother Nature didn't do a good job in this aspect, because I personally feel that the humans didn't need to die. I personally feel that the human race didn't need to end, right? Mother Nature could have found a way to make both races live together peacefully. I know there would definitely be a lot of discrimination, but I don't think things were that bad to the extent where one race had to die for the other race to be able to survive, right? I get it. Yes, the hybrids are being discriminated. They're the minority and everything. But I also don't think that also warrants it where humans have to die. I don't think that should have happened. I want you guys to let me know. Maybe I'm not getting the information, but I personally feel that shouldn't have happened. The human race could have continued. They could have maybe used the tree to find a solution for the sickness, and then to be able to find a solution to get rid of all the human race having hybrid babies, where humans will start having human babies, and then hybrids will start having hybrid babies. Because it's been 12 years of children being born. It's been 12 years where people are having babies, and then all the babies are turning up to be hybrid babies. And then because of the sickness, about half of the human population, I think it's even more than half of the human population is gone. So right now, personally, I feel like there is a balance where it's like humans and then hybrids, right? And I know, yes, the hybrids are kids, and it was going to take time for them to mature, where they would have had to say, probably they would have gone through some torture and discrimination and all that. But having humans die, having the human race end, for only the hybrids to live, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. It really doesn't sit right with me. What do you guys really think about it? Do you think it was right for the human race to end? Do you really think it was right? I don't think it was right. I don't think it was the right way. I feel like they just accepted it like that. Okay, well, yeah. And then it's also because of association, because right now all the people that could have made a decision for the human race, all those people are kind of indirectly affiliated with the hybrid kids. So they will be okay with the fact that they have to, like, Jeb will be okay dying for the hybrids to live. Bear will be okay dying for the hybrids to live, right? They would all be okay. But what about that person that's probably living in California, or that person that's living in Hawaii? That still wants to live, right? That wants to continue the human race. So in some part, I kind of understand Mrs. Zhang. I really understand where she's coming from, although she took it to the extreme where she wanted to get rid of the hybrids, and then that is wrong. So I'm not saying what Mrs. Zhang did or was about to do was right, but I also think that from where she's coming from, there was also some truth in it, and then the human race didn't need to go to an extinction, right? Humans could have lived, and then the hybrids could have lived. They could have found a way for both races to live together, instead of trying to say, okay, one race had to go extinct for the other to survive. That wasn't right. And I personally, I don't know. You guys should let me know in the comment section, what do you guys really think? Do you really think that the human race needed to go to extinction? Because for me, I think that went to the extreme. That was to the extreme. The human race didn't need to go into extinction. They could have found a way for both races to live together. I want you guys to just comment down below. Let me know in the comment section what you really think about the nature's decision to keep the hybrids and then let the humans go into extinction. Comment down below, guys, and then let me know what you guys think. I know we're going to have a bunch of conversations in the comment section. You guys should let me know down there, and I'm going to bring you down more season analysis on series that's going to come out this summer. I hope to see you guys. And then, guys, let's talk in the comment section and see you guys. It's your boy KP, and I'm going to bring you more videos. Peace out.